10-4 here, brothers of Bitcoin. Welcome to the weekly Bitcoin update. So in these updates, we talk about Bitcoin price action, we dive into the charts, and then we also discuss some news developments. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So before we actually start, I've been getting tons of emails. And if you want to email me at brothersinbitcoin@gmail.com. I've been receiving phone calls, text messages. Everybody wants to know what is happening to Bitcoin. My portfolio is diving. So let's get right into it. All right, so we're looking at a one-day chart of Bitcoin. So each bar is worth 1 day price action, and you can see we have officially broke with the follow through. Previous video I said that this was the start of it. However, I wanted to see more strength with a follow through day. We've gotten 4 additional follow through days in addition to that break of that trend line. And again, let me just point it out. So this will be the additional follow through days that we were looking for. And it literally hit my target almost exactly, right? We gotten as low as 30,010, right? Almost exactly. I was calling for a $30,000 Bitcoin for months now, right? And you can check that out on my other previous videos. But guys, we are here. And so right at 30,000, we were kind of getting that bounce. And so here's a few things that can happen. So we can either consolidate here, right? We can just continue to stay in this area for a little bit more, right? Until we make a decision. Or what we could do is we may come back up to test this break, which was around 37,600, we're going to call it, and then break down right to new lows. So if we do that, I'm calling for Bitcoin to come into this particular zone, which we spoke about in the previous update, and that's about a $20,000 Bitcoin, and the low being between 17 as low as maybe $15,000, right? And so people are panicking. Where's the money going? Let me take your attention to this chart. This is a chart of the US dollar. The US dollar is surging, right? You can see where it's just been on this surge. It's been on this super uptrend, right? So whenever someone is selling, especially in the US, if you're in the US, if you're looking at your portfolio and you're saying, oh my gosh, my portfolio is dropping, oh my gosh, no, I wasn't ready. You're going to be most likely selling your Bitcoin for dollars, right? This will be the safe haven for us in the US. So this is where the money is going. The dollar is literally surging. In addition to all of the things that are happening in the crypto Bitcoin world, let's look at the macroeconomic picture. The US economy is not doing that great, right? We have record inflation. Unemployment is increasing. We have this great resignation that is happening. People are quitting their jobs, right? They don't want to work anymore. You have consumer confidence going down, which I've shown you in previous videos. So you have all of these things are pulling, all these economic drivers are pulling all at one time, and people are afraid. There's a lot of uncertainty. And so what do? They stop spending and they would rather save, which is the reason why the dollar is surging. So in complete transparency, I've actually been buying Bitcoin at these prices. I'm like, what? Somebody want to sell a $30,000 Bitcoin to me? Let's go. I bought some yesterday. I bought some this morning, and I will continue to buy in dollar cost average as the price either trades and goes sideways or we, find a direction. So that's kind of where we are right now with Bitcoin. Again, we can either consolidate and continue to just move in this particular area for a few days until we make a decision where we want to go, or we can come up, retest the break, and then continue to go down. To me, the price is sideways to down. Again, so much economic pressures that are happening, so much uncertainties that's happening in the United States that people are afraid. They don't want to expose their money to an asset or to an investment that's just going to continue to bleed out. However, I challenge your thinking, right? All right. I want you to kind of get into the mind frame, and this is not financial advice. Get into the mind frame of thinking long term, 5-10 years. You know, short term investing it can cause headaches. It can cause a lot of stress, right? So these are absolutely buying opportunities. Let me also show you this tool, this Bitcoin Investor Tool, which is a 2-year moving average multiplier. And I'm just going to make it real simple for you because I know all of these charts can kind of make you cross-eyed and you figure, what is going on? But as you can see, each time in this green, let's focus on the green line here, which is the 2-year moving average. Each time we either got there or went below it. These presented buying opportunities, and whoever bought was handsomely rewarded. Same here, right? This was in the year of around 2015. I got involved in 2016. If you were buying here in that green area right above this cross, you rolled it back up to the top, you was handsomely rewarded. Let's skip everything else and let's go to now, right? We're right here, right above this, that cross. We're right at that level where we're hitting that 2-year moving average. And so I expect for it to either bounce from it and continue higher, or we might trade a little bit under it for a little time before we can pick up some momentum, and then we can rock it back out to the top. And so each time it came to that 2-year moving average, we were handsomely rewarded if you was brave enough to go in and buy. And again, these are absolute buying opportunities. This is not financial advice, but you would want to possibly be accumulating at these prices, right? Buy low, sell high. And let me bring your attention to something else. While price is just going bananas, right? Everything is crashing and everybody like, oh no, let's sell. Let me tell you what's happening behind the scenes, right? So we got here Vogue Business, Gucci to accept crypto and leap for luxury industry. So they are pushing for the crypto and Bitcoin community in the luxury world. Gucci, of course, we all know who Gucci is. This is the premier leading luxury brand in the world, right? And they're looking to start accepting cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in some of their U.S. stores at the end of this month, right? You see it right here. In addition to Bitcoin, they're looking to add Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, wrapped Bitcoin. We got Litecoin, Shiba Inu, right? Dogecoin. So it is happening behind the scenes. And what I found that helped me as a long-term investor, especially when you see in your portfolio just continue to bleed out, read about what's happening behind the scenes. So we have Gucci here. In addition to Gucci, we have El Salvador. They acquired 500 additional Bitcoin in mid-market drop, right? So El Salvador was one of the first or the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. So these countries or these businesses, this is considered as smart money. This is considered as big money, right? And any stock market or any market, it's not retail investors, people like me and you that move the market. It's the big money that moves the market. And so that's who you want to pay attention to. These are the adoption news that you want to be looking at because, again, it gives you the fortitude to hold on, right? It gives you encouragement to hold on whenever you see things are kind of getting out of whack and getting crazy. So we have El Salvador, we have Gucci. And then in previous updates, I talked about Fidelity, right? Multi-trillion-dollar company. Goldman Sachs, another trillion-dollar company, right? they're all getting involved, right? And then now you have Gucci and all of these other people who are adopting Bitcoin, adopting currencies as payments behind the scenes. So these are the things that you really want to pay attention to, because price, it can be a distraction, right? It only tells part of the story, and it can be a distraction. It can cause fear. It can cause uncertainty in the markets, especially if you're not looking at the big picture, right? And this is the big picture. The big money is still buying. They are still accumulating, and I'm sure that they will continue to, right? Developments will continue to happen as price is down, because this is when things starts to happen, right? So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you subscribe to the Brothers in Bitcoin, because we talk about this. We bring these news articles to your attention, so that way it gives you encouragement, so that you can continue to get involved. So this is what we have for you today, and I'm going to actually be coming on a little bit more to discuss Bitcoin, to discuss things that are happening behind the scenes, because the market is getting ugly. Let's just be honest. Things are getting ugly. The price is not that great to most people, right? If you're not looking at it with the big picture lens, if you're not an investor, have that investor mindset where you buy low, sell high, or you come in and you buy when blood is in the streets. This is the opportunities for you to be in and for you to buy. If you don't have that lens, well, let me help you, okay? And pay attention. So again, I'm Tim Ford. If you want to email me, you can email me at brothersinbitcoin@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to start some conversations with you. But until the next time, I'm Tim Ford again. Peace and love.